Tampa Bay is more than a place. It's a shared resource that strengthens our identity, supports our economy, and nurtures the quality of life we all value. The University of Florida IFAS Gulf Coast Research and Education Center is passionate about keeping Tampa Bay healthy. While known for world-class research that produces top-quality strawberries and tomatoes, the center also focuses on protecting Tampa Bay's ecosystem through critical water resource studies aimed at preventing harm to the bay. Dr. Mary Lusk, Soil and Water Sciences Specialist at the center, leads a research project called Up in the Air and Down in the Water. Its focus is the connections between air and water quality in Tampa Bay.
Up in the Air and Down in the Water program is a partnership between the University of Florida and the Tampa Bay Estuary Program. And our goal is to share information with the residents of Tampa Bay about how there's connections between air quality and water quality. You know, in the Tampa Bay area, we have water everywhere, beautiful water resources, and we're concerned about keeping those water resources clean. And we want people to know that there's a connection between what's in the air and what's in the water. So for example, one of the things that we're really concerned about is nitrogen. And there's many ways that nitrogen can be in the air over our Tampa Bay area. And then it can come back down in rain or dust and enter our water and be a pollutant in our water resources. Nitrogen is a nutrient, so it makes plants grow, but it also makes algae grow. And so excess nitrogen in our water can be a nutrient that fuels and feeds those algal blooms that cause water quality problems for us here in the Tampa Bay area. Nitrogen can come from many sources in our Tampa Bay environment, but in the atmosphere, the primary sources of that nitrogen are from man-made emissions. And in the Tampa Bay area, the leading source of those emissions are vehicles. So think about all of that traffic that we have in the Tampa Bay area. All of those cars and trucks are emitting gases that will lead to more nitrogen in the atmosphere that can eventually come down and land in our water. And when we have that excess nitrogen in our water resources, then we start seeing problems like our harmful algal blooms.
These algal blooms, commonly known as red tide, are caused by an algae species called Karenia brevis. These outbreaks affect our beaches and cause fish kills and is detrimental to human activities. Red tide can be fueled by multiple sources of nutrients, but as Dr. Lusk explained, one source of the nitrogen that can fuel red tide in our waters is simply the atmosphere. At the UF IFAS Gulf Coast Research and Education Center, Dr. Lusk's lab is working to identify how much nitrogen entering Tampa Bay originates in the atmosphere and studying how that nitrogen moves from the surrounding land to the coastal zone. One way this happens is through stormwater runoff, which carries nitrogen in rainfall, flows over the land, and enters our coastal waters. Visit or call the UF IFAS Extension Office in your county to learn more about how you can reduce stormwater runoff and help protect Tampa Bay from the excess nitrogen that harms the Bay ecosystem. Your actions at home can do a lot to help keep Tampa Bay healthy and a thriving part of our local way of life. This message brought to you by the University of Florida IFAS and the Tampa Bay Estuary Program.